people say 48 people died. There's an awful lot more than 48 people died, because just people have committed suicide for years from the Stardust. I mean, only about 5 years ago, a friend of mine, a guy that I knew, and he committed suicide, and every time he closed his eyes, he was in that Stardust fire, and then he just couldn't take any more.
But I think that this side here particularly, and for my family, my wife's brother and his wife were killed in the Stardust in 1981 here. So it's sacred ground for people in Artane, Coolock, and in the inner city and right around the north side of Dublin, people who would have come here. And most of the people who would have come here now are of my vintage, are actually older than me, So it's with that generation that it really rankles that that the government is so blatant about this that they just don't care, and it's like find every nook and cranny and cram people into it, regardless of the consequences for the community or for society. And you can see that this movement has grown rapidly around the country. Every day, there are different groups emerging. There are different issues arising. Yeah.
So what the government are planning on doing is they're going to be doing all down at the back a little. There's going to be people living there, and there above the Stardust there's going to be people living there, and that is just the most disrespectful thing that can happen in this area. That is like literally. That is just like so. It's just so bad. It's just like people are disgusted. People are freaking out. People are just can't believe it. Mr. Keegan wanted this whole thing a park. So instead it went over in Bonnybrook to Stardust Memorial Park. Should have been here. This should have been a park for people to come to and to have memories about their friends who died that night and are still dying and are victims of this. They said, what will we do in the areas? Will we consult the local people? And they decided no. They decided to instead get local heroes. So up in Ballymun, you have Philly McMahon, you have Dean Sherry, I know there's another couple, I can't remember their names. And then you have Larry O'Toole. And you better believe it, getting well paid. We all know that. So this is all about money. Do you know what I mean? And they're all getting well paid. But they don't care. It's all about money, and may God forgive them for selling their souls.